This is the Civil War. Medicine.
Ladies and gentlemen, now the Civil War was pretty important to our history, starting on April 12, 1861 to May 26, 1865. It claimed more American lives than all the other wars the country has fought combined, since all that fought in the war were all American. Now, if you were injured on the front lines, you would be probably sent to this. This is a field hospital. They are usually the first stop for medical care, set up in local buildings, barns, churches, and private homes. They were often very little in supplies, especially in the South, since many of the supplies were manufactured in the North, and the South got creative by smuggling and running Union blockades. Now, for the role of women, thousands of women served as nurses. Doctors at first felt that women were too delicate, but since it was at wartime, nobody really cares about that anymore. Now, they comforted, fed, wrote letters, read, and prayed. They were proved to be more capable than thought. Now, for the medical people, they were often overworked and overwhelmed. There were thousands of casualties per battle. In the Battle of Shiloh, wounded soldiers waited 24 hours in the rain waiting for treatment. And for the Battle of Gettysburg, there were too many wounded, so doctors lacked supplies. Surgeries were often performed on whatever flat surface they find. Often was performed outdoors. It helped ventilate the bloody smell of the dead people. They also used natural light from the sun, which was better than dim candlelight. Okay, so amputation was one of the most common procedures. They usually used no anesthetics, but if they did, it would be chlorophyll, and a possible fatal cardiac arrest if added too much. Now, this is Justin. Justin here has no arm and is clearly in deep pain. He also has a leg injury, which is very serious. As you can see, he is very excited for his surgery. The first thing we need to do is wear our gloves. In the Civil War, we obviously know what germs are, so it's best to be sanitized and clean. And if you were thinking that, just kidding, this is a Civil War. We don't believe in germs. Just like his arm, we're gonna be amputating his leg with this saw. Ta-da! Now he has one leg to match his arm. Now he has a 17% rate of dying. Yay! Since we don't believe in anesthetics, the best thing we can give to them is wine. So, take this, buddy. Yeah. See? It works wonders. Say hello to Justin again. This is a few days afterwards. Clearly, this patient is suffering from respiratory issues. But how do we help this poor little man? Obviously, we use opium. Down the hatch. Twice as many soldiers died to the disease than the actual battle wounds. Surprisingly, this is an improvement from the Mexican War, where 7 out of 10 diseases caused death. Some common diseases were measles, smallpox, malaria, pneumonia, and this weird skin disease called camp itch. You're disgusting! Not gonna lie, we did have pretty cool advancements, such as new surgeries discovered, and improvement in prosthetics, and advancements in anesthesia. No more wine.
Diarrhea and dysentery were extremely common death cause. Scurvy was a common problem. The solution was to eat more veggies.
Wow.
Open bowel problems were treated with opium, and closed bowels were treated with a mixture of mercury and chalk, also known as blue mass. Respiratory issues, bronchitis or pneumonia were treated with opium or mustard or quinine plasters. If it did not work, they would bleed the patients. Camp itch was treated by ridding the body of pests or with poke root. Dead tissues would be covered with maggots to eat away the dead skin. These maggots are used to clean the wound. Doctors had no knowledge of germs. They worked with filthy garments and instruments. They were often found drunk and operating under influence. In the Confederacy, only 27 of 3,000 doctors had surgical experience. They had no correct theories of disease and no specific general therapies.
In conclusion, the end.